Hello there, American Plushie fans. My name is American Plushie, and today we're going to talk about who would you rather choose, Calamity Ann or Titan Loose. For me, I rather choose Titan Loose because she is my one of my my favorite characters from the Owl House. Um, I when I first started watching the Owl House back in 2020. Um, I thought about the character loose. I was like I was like, oh, this isn't a show I might not be interested in. And then I started watching it, and it became very good to me. So the hour looking at Luce's character, Luce is like one of my favorite characters aside from Ida, um, King, Emperor Bellows, and whatnot. And looking at her Titan form at the end of watching and dreaming, it was like one of the best forms I have ever seen. I can't even stop drawing it. I drew her form multiple times. I'm like, I don't know why I'm just so obsessed with her form because I guess it's because of the hair. I just like her hair, her hat, or maybe the way the character looks because it's just so awesome. To me, I will prefer Titan Loose. Not saying I don't like Calamity and Amphibia, but I think Titan Loose is like the best form I've ever seen. Now, I never watched Amphibia a lot. Not saying I didn't like it. Have watched a few episodes, like when they went in season 2, I believe, when they went to Newtopia and had to fight King Andreas, who is one of my favorite villains from Amphibia, because he and Anne are kind of like similar in a way where they don't stand up to people that tell them what to do. And at the end, the hardest thing, seeing the Calamity trio, like Sasha, Marcy, and Anne, come together, it was like so awesome to see them fight a giant meteorite trying to destroy the um the whole entire planet of Amphibia. But what I like about the episode and watching and dreaming was that seeing the emotional impact. I think it was more emotional when Luce had passed, when Bellows had killed her, when he was trying to kill the collector and killed her, and watching like her lights just go through the boiling aisles and then into the archives and seeing her mom cry. I think that was more emotional than Anne's death and Amphibia. Not saying that Anne's death wasn't as emotional, but I think Luce's death took me by surprise, um so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, because right now I'm not doing anything. I would show my face, but I'm very, very camera shy. And I know some of you guys are watching my shorts, and I'm trying to make good content and whatnot. I know I'm not the biggest and best YouTuber, but I do want to make this happen, so like, what are your favorite characters from the Owl House? Um, give me 1 second. Are you? I don't know if I'm spelling amphibia, but like, you know, who are your favorite characters from the Owl House and Amphibia? Um, you know, give me 1 second. Yeah, who are your favorite characters from the Owl House and Amphibia? Um, you know, I asked that twice. Like I said, my favorite character is Luce, because I kind of get where she's coming from. She's like, kind of like me in a way, where except my mom didn't try to send me away to you know, my mom didn't try to send me away to summer camp. My mom was just, tough on me and my brother a lot because she went through a lot in her childhood and she tried to provide the best for me and my brother. But my mom and I have a very good close relationship where I could tell her everything instead of trying to run away from her like Luce did. You know, Luce ran away from Camilla and stayed in the Boiling Isles. And in the for the future in season 3, she finally came to an understanding of why she tried to send her daughter away. Um, you know, I kind of felt that emotion through the series. What I like most about the series is how it just tells so much about a character wanting to be understood and find her place in the world. And then you got a jackass who thinks that he's saving humanity when really he's destroying humanity because he couldn't stand to see his brother happy and killed his brother. And then to me, I think that was messed up how Bellows just went and killed his brother for no reason for falling in love. It's like, dude, don't find happiness or die. Like, I found that was so wrong with Bellows. Um, but and then what he did to Luz, like he traumatized her. He took her spirit and she went into a depression in season 3, and I felt so bad for her because I never thought I'd see one of my favorite characters just fall into a depression like that, to the point where she just wanted to blame herself. But her and Anne have very similarities, and like Anne didn't know how to say no to Sasha and Marcy, and she let them call the shots. And in my opinion, Sasha was kind of like a control freak in the Amphibia show, but like at least she had a change of heart by season 3. But she was a straight up control freak. And the fact of the matter is, Anne just didn't know how to say no and stand up. So I could respect Anne on that one too. Like, she was just trying to please everybody and do what everybody wanted, but she never asked herself what she wanted to do. So, in a way, her and Luce kind of have something similar, a little similarity, if I'm saying that right. Um, but yeah, give me 1 second. Get me something to drink. Hmm. But yeah, like, seriously, you guys, what's your favorite characters from the Owl House? Don't be afraid to leave comments down, or Amphibia. My bad. I'm not just talking about uh the Owl House. I'm talking about Amphibia too, because Amphibia is another one of my shows. Or I know some of you watch Star versus the Forces of Evil, and the Ghost and Molly McGee. In my opinion, with Star versus the Forces of Evil, at the end, I think it was kind of rushed because I didn't like the the way that Muni and Earth had merged, and then Marco and Star was just standing there looking at each other. I thought, oh, they were gonna kiss again, but that was never the case. I think the ending was rushed. I love the storytelling and the Owl House more. Not saying I don't like the Ghost and Molly McGee, Amphibia, or Star versus the Forces of Evil, but I like the Owl House more. Um, it just tells more to the story, and I can't wait for the graphic novel to come out because I really want to get the graphic novel and see what happens 3 years after the fight with Bellows, you know. So yeah, but you know, uh, I'm going to just give me 1 second. This is my first live video. Even though I don't have many viewers or whatever, but I'm just really really bored, so I just wanted to ask everybody's opinion and see what everybody think about the shows. I would look again. I would show my face, but I don't think when I feel like I'm good and ready, I'll show you guys what I look like. But in the meantime, I think now I just keep it anonymous and just let the puppets, the plushies, do the talking for me. This is my real voice, by the way. So some of you guys may have seen some of the shorts where they're high pitched in quality. Uh, that's because I was using my TikTok. I was posting videos on my TikTok account, and I was using effects to like change my voice because I thought you guys wouldn't like my voice the way it is. Um, but yeah, this is my real voice. This is what I sound like, and I get very nervous when I try to express myself. So if I'm not saying anything right, again, I just, to be honest, I hate how I talk. But you know, um, but as a fan to a show that I like, I'll be 100% honest. And like I said, my favorite show of all time would be The Owl House. Now there are some shows I really like growing up. Like, okay, there was Kim Possible, American Dragon, The Proud Family. Uh, now I was about to say Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh isn't even a Disney show. What there was the Even Stevens, there was Jesse, there was a bunch of Disney shows. But when the Owl House came out in my in my pre-adulthood, let's see, I was 20. I was 19 or 18 when Amphibia came out, because Amphibia came out in 2019. Uh, and I was still either 19 or 20 when the Owl House came out. They had to be 20, but um, I was still a teenager when Amphibia came out, and I was in my adulthood when the Owl House came out. Now, hang on, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I'm sorry. Um, Again, I didn't watch Amphibia as much. I maybe like watched a few episodes in season one. The very first episode I watched was when Sprig and Anne were sharing a room together, and you know, um, they didn't really enjoy each other's roommate habits, and they went down to the basement where Anne's room was, to like take like figure out where the leak was, like where the I'm trying to make sense out of it, but you know what I'm talking about, with the river impacts attacking them and whatnot. So you know But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like Amphibia a lot. I know I probably repeated myself, but I think I still like Anne. I still like Sasha. I still like Marcy. The only thing I don't like about Marcy and Sasha is like Sasha's a control freak, and Marcy was kind of selfish because the fact of the matter is everybody don't like life changes. Like I could understand that because look at me, for example. I'm still trying to run away from the fact that my grandfather passed last year in August. And this month would have been his birthday, his 81st birthday, his 81st birthday. He would have been 81 this month, and I'm still trying to ignore the fact that he's still here when really he's not here. So Marcy Marcy was kind of selfish on the matter of the fact that she didn't want to move, which is understandable. She didn't want to leave her friends behind. But again, she was forcing her friends to like something that she didn't like. And that's not what a friend would do. A friend would move on and be happy and not force her friends to do what she wants them to do. And same with Sasha, but except Sasha was a little more hostile with it, and Sasha wanted like control and dominance. Do what I say or die. Similar to like Bellows, but a little bit less because at least she had a change of heart in season 3. Bellows didn't. Bellows didn't even show no remorse at all for his actions, which I think that was fucked up. Excuse my French. I think that was a little um messed up. I'm sorry about the cussing. That came out wrong, but I think the matter of the story is Anne and Luce trying to find their place in the world. Sasha and Bellows want control, but one character had redemption and the other one still showed no remorse until the end. Marcy, I don't know, but yeah, ignore my dog.
Why you put on it? What you did, buddy, could tell.
I didn't do nothing.
What's up, buddy?
He was in here just laying down. Then when you open the door, he ran in the hallway. That's my dog, by the way. He just ran up in the hallway. My brother opened the door. Uh, but I think I'm gonna cut this short. So feel free to ask any questions. But yeah, see you guys.
You posted a video